So the first thing we need to do is get a plastic bag and some recycled paper, and we're going to crumple up the recycled paper and fill up our plastic bag into a ball. Okay, once you crumple enough paper to put your bag into a ball, you're going to tighten it up. Next, we are going to put tape around our armature to make it into a pumpkin. Okay, so you're going to get some tape and you're going to use 3 long strips of tape, and you're going to put it all around vertically, all around diagonally, and another diagonal. Okay, so let me show you how. Now that we have that, we're going to put rubber bands right on top of the tape. Okay, now we're going to get some more recycled paper and we're going to make a little stem. Okay, next we're going to tape up our stem. And then we're going to tape it right onto our pumpkin. Now that we have our pumpkin ready, we will be able to put plaster to cover it up. Today I'm going to show you how to cover your pumpkin armature with plaster gauze for this project. Let's get started. Today I'm going to show you how to add plaster gauze to your armature for our project. So the first thing we need to do is add plaster gauze to our stem. And let me show you how to add that plaster gauze. Okay, you're going to take 1 strip at a time. You're going to dip it into the water, and then you're going to take it right back out. With your 2 fingers, just like if they were scissors, you're going to squeegee the water off of the gauze. Okay, once you have it, you want to make sure that it's always flat, that it's not wrinkly. Okay, now we have to secure the stem, and so all I'm going to do is I am going to add the plaster gauze just like that, and I'm going to smooth it out, okay, onto my stem and onto the plastic. Okay, I'm going to take another one again, just take one at a time, and I'm going to dip it, let the water run. Use 2 fingers to squeegee. Okay, and you want to hold it, you don't want it to wrinkle, so make sure you hold it as straight as you can. Okay, and I want you to go to the other side. Okay, and flatten it out. Okay. Let me add one more to cover it up. Once you've covered the stem, we're going to work on the bottom part, and we're going to cover this up. Again, you're going to use a strip of gauze. Okay, you're going to dip it. Remember, you want it to drip all the water off. Get your 2 fingers, squeegee it. Okay, make sure it doesn't wrinkle. You want to hold it flat. Okay, and then you want to add it onto your armature. Flatten it out. Okay, make sure it sticks. Okay, your next one, you're gonna add it right next to it. You're not gonna add it right on top of it, you're just gonna add it right next to it. Okay, so let me show you. Again, dip it into the water, let it drain. 2 fingers, squeegee. Okay, and then make sure it's still flat. Make sure it's nice and flat, and then right next to it. And then you want to smooth it out. Okay. Once you're done with the bottom, you're going to concentrate on covering the top. Again, don't worry about your stem. You'll be able to secure it when you put the gauze on the top part. Okay, so again, 1 strip at a time, dip it, squeegee the water, lay it flat, keep it flat, and then smooth it out. Okay. Remember, the next one that you put, you're gonna lay it right next to a previous gauze strip. Okay, and secure it flat. Once you're done covering up your armature, your pumpkin armature with the gauze, all you're gonna do is just make sure that you smooth it out. We'll write our name on it and we're gonna let it dry so that way we can paint it next time. Okay, good job. Today I'm gonna show you how to paint your Yayoi Kusama pumpkins with acrylic paint. Let's get started. Today we're going to paint our pumpkins, but just to give you a quick reminder, please get your messy mat so we can paint, and make sure that you do your painting on top of your messy mat. Also, your messy mat has all the steps to our painting procedures. Okay, so first thing, please treat your paintbrushes like ballerinas. Paint only goes on the tippy toes, and please paint softly. Okay, so for today's painting we're actually going to use acrylic. So these are going to be your steps for painting with acrylic. Okay, rinse brush in water, dry your brush, tippy toes on paint, and then paint. Okay, so let's get started. You're going to get your pumpkin and you are going to pick one color to paint the base of your entire pumpkin. Okay, so we're gonna get one color to do that, and again we're using acrylic paint, so please be careful when you take off the lid. Make sure the paint goes on the tippy toes and not the metal or handle part of your paintbrush. Okay, and start painting. Before you wash your brush to change the paint color, I want you to look at your pumpkin to make sure that you got all the little crevices of your pumpkin. So you might just need to gently kind of dab onto those crevices so that way everything's painted the color of your pumpkin. Once you're done painting the base color of your pumpkin, go ahead and wash your brush. Water. And dry it onto the sponge. You can also use your fingers to really dry it out. Next, we're going to paint the lines for our indentations within the pumpkin. Okay, and these colors are going to be analogous colors, meaning that they're going to be colors that are right next to each other on the color wheel. Okay, so for example, if I painted my pumpkin yellow, I'm going to go and pick an orange color so that way I can make these indentations. Okay, so try to see where your indentation lines are, and then you are going to get the analogous color and you are going to make this indentation line. and you're going to kind of blend it in to the base color that you had. If the second color is a little bit too dark, you can go back to get the original color of your pumpkin to kind of help it and blend it in. Okay, once you're done, go ahead and wash your brush. And then the stem is going to be a complementary color of your base color. Okay, so complementary colors in the color wheel are opposite from each other. So if I have a yellow base color, I'm going to get a violet complementary color. Okay, so I'm going to use violet for my stem. Alright, once you're done, go ahead and wash your brush. Leave your brush to dry. Cover your acrylic paint station. And we are going to let them dry so that way we can finish them off with our polka dot pattern. Great job. Today I'm going to show you how to add your polka dots pattern to your Yayoi Kusama pumpkin sculptures. Let's get started. We're going to need our messy mat. We're going to need our water station and paint station, paper towel, a paintbrush, and our round stampers, and of course our pumpkin. Okay, so today we're going to add the polka dots to our Yayoi Kusama pumpkin sculptures. Okay, and we are going to make a pattern with our polka dots. So in the center we're going to start with a big circle, and as we go to the top we'll gradually go to a smaller circle, and the same thing going to the bottom. Let me show you how. I'm going to use the large foam stamper first, and I'm going to put a dot all around my pumpkin. So go ahead and just dip your foam stamper onto the paint. You don't need that much. Okay, and then just stamp.
And I'm gonna go around.
Now that I put the big one all in the middle, I'm going to use the smaller ones, and I'm going to go up to show a gradation. Once I'm done with the medium, I'm going to go with the smaller one, and I'm going to finish it off all the way to the top. Okay, once you're done with one color for the polka dots on the base, we're going to do polka dots on the stem as well. Okay, for the stem, you are going to use the smallest one. Okay, so you have to wash it. So go ahead and wash it, and then use your paper towel. I'm going to go ahead and use the small one to do polka dots on my stem with the color white. And again, I'm going to try to follow along the same line of my black polka dots. Okay, once you're done, go ahead and wash your foam brushes. We are going to let it dry, and great job.